my place, excuse me. Give me a moment. Sat so long and tired. It was a great run. 22 years coaching soccer, tremendous run, and I always try to adjust to the teams, but my coaching philosophy tried to stay the same. Coach them hard, then hug them later, and on game day, outwork your opponent, empty that tank, and just remember something. It's okay to lose. It's not okay to quit. If I would like to end this speech, if I may, the way I occasionally ended my soccer practices, and we're not talking about suicides. Actually, some of the players told me that what I'm about to do now is probably worse than any suicide they've run. I have you, and you're going to have to listen to a corny Heisman joke. I'm sorry. Carol and I moved to Illana 14 years ago to be with our son. We met many, many nice people. Occasionally, we come across the true Southern. They're unique. With that in mind, a man's driving through the backwoods of Georgia when he sees a sign, talking dog for sale. Well, he pulls over, knocks on the door, and there's your typical Southerner. He says, I see your sign. He says, the dog's in the back. So he goes to the back, and there's a beautiful lab, very old, but a beautiful Labrador retriever. Man looks at the lab looks at him. Finally, he says to the lab, are you the talking dog? Lab's head comes up, he says, yes, I am. Wow, the man says, when did you realize you had this power? The lab is now sitting up, he says, oh, when I was a puppy, I knew I could communicate. Unfortunately, the FBI found out, and for the first 10 years of my life, they took me away from this porch in Atlanta. And I traveled all over the country. I had to sit in on meetings and bathrooms. I had to do all this intel work for the FBI. But I got a little tired, so I retired early and I came back here to Atlanta. But then the people at the airport found out I was available. And every morning a limo would pull up, take me to the airport, and I would do the same thing, work intel for them. Wow. But I got a little tired of that after a while. It's been 20 years. I came back, I just laid down. Man looks at the dog and says, wow, what an amazing life you've led. He runs back up front, he says to the guy, how much do you want for that dog? Guy says, give me $10. $10? Why so cheap? He says, because he's a liar. He never left his back porch. Thank you very much.